Chicago, the days of Serge Ibaka running the floor while scanning the Raptors bench for a coach trying desperately to signal what play his team has queued up are over. Now, when Ibaka runs the floor, he's only got eyes for his teammates, anticipating the next move, reading the play and reacting accordingly. Ibaka wasn't in the lineup yesterday, the last of the starters to sit out a preseason game which the Raptors won by a 125,104 score over the Bulls, but he's already made it clear his 23 regular season games after coming over to the Raptors in an All-Star break trade and the 10 playoff games he played after that are no indication of what he can do for this team. That trial-by-fire period when he arrived in mid-season last year was necessary given the lack of preparation time, coupled with the limited practice time he had. Without a training camp, with just 3 games with Kyle Lowry in the lineup under his belt before the playoffs began, it's not a stretch to suggest Ibaka never found a rhythm in that first half season in Toronto. But that's behind him now, and it's a much more confident, much more comfortable Ibaka that stopped on his way into the final preseason shoot-around session yesterday. It feels different to start with this group of guys in the beginning of training camp, Ibaka said. Having Kyle Lowry something he didn't have for his first 21 games as a Raptor and everyone healthy and together is something I was looking for. Just these past 2 weeks in which the team conducted a 4-day training camp in Victoria and then had another 4 full days in Honolulu have done for Ibaka more than the 23 regular season game and 10 playoff games a year ago ever could. When I first got here I really didn't have time for anything, Ibaka said. It was just go and play and then we will figure out things later. Now I'm actually learning the way this team plays and I'm trying to adjust my game to that. We are playing a different style and now we are learning it all together. In the beginning, not me coming and they already know everything and I just have to play. Now I know the way the team wants to play on both ends of the floor. But it's more than just feeling comfortable on the court with his teammates. Now Ibaka feels like he actually belongs. I really feel at home now, Ibaka said. I feel like Toronto is home now. I feel like I've known these guys for a long time now. We know each other. I'm not new now. These are my teammates and my friends and this is my team now. I feel more comfortable now. I can just go out and play. That sense of freedom is even larger this season given the less structured read and react defense the team has gone to. Ibaka is loving all of it. Head coach Dwayne Casey cautions Ibaka, the player hasn't changed. He's just in a much better headspace. He's more comfortable, just starting from scratch. Seeing things from scratch is a big difference for him, Casey said. He's still the same player, the defender and shooter, but just seeing the offense and defense philosophies develop from the beginning is a huge plus for him. Casey has seen enough players go through mid-season team changes to know the trials and tribulations that creates. We weren't going to change the sets all at once, he understood that, and that's why it's important now to come in at the beginning and pick up things. Don't skip any letters of the alphabet. Ibaka wasn't horrible by any means a year ago, but the feeling is that being more comfortable in his surroundings will boost his production at both ends of the court. In Toronto his 3-point success rate was a little better than it had been in either Orlando or before that in Oklahoma City. But his overall shooting percentage was down in Toronto compared to both previous NBA stops. His blocks were down significantly, but that too could reverse course based on what Casey is seeing from Ibaka this year. He's done a good job, Casey said. He loves the defensive drills, which I like. He enjoys the defensive part of practice. The teams will play again to open the regular season on Thursday. The CJ or Norm question this one, who of CJ Miles or Norm Powell gets that final spot in the starting 5, likely won't be answered until a half hour before next Thursday's season and home opener against the Bulls. But watching Miles perform with the young guys on the second unit, it's becoming easier and easier to see Casey going that way and leaving the younger Powell in with the starters. For the second night in a row, Miles fit like a glove with that unit, going off for 16 points in just over 10 minutes in the first half while providing that vocal leadership to some of the less experienced members of that group. He wound up with a team-high 27 points. But keep in mind that regardless of who has that spot with the starters on opening night, the role isn't set in stone. Quick hits Casey gave that second unit of Miles with DeLon Wright, Fred VanVleet, Og Anunoby and Jakob Poeltl another long look, both late in the first quarter and into the second, then again late in the third and into the fourth. VanVleet must have been wearing glowing neon for this one from the official standpoint. VanVleet is aggressive and no shrinking violet when he gets into the paint, but he seemed to be almost targeted by officials who called him for an offensive foul twice. Anunoby showed off his range in this one with 3 three-pointers, part of a much-improved evening from beyond the arc where the Raptors shot a solid 40.5% on 44 attempts. M. Ganter at postmedia.com.